Hello everyone, it's Jerry, Old Guy Review. There it is, the Scx10.2 Raw Builder's Kit with all of his extra friends that we will cover. The mud truck is done. And strangely, I'm pleased. We'll get to that in a minute. So, for those of you that caught the last video, table talk, this one is done, so it is not a project. So this is just a finale. Now, from the last video, as I explained, a couple years ago, Matt at the Scale Builders Guild took the Scx10.2 axial blazer and turned it into a mud truck. Well, Matt had to go online and see what mud trucks were all about. I grew up going to mud truck events. Here where I'm at now, we have a huge one every summer. I haven't been to it in a couple years, but in general, these people show up with trucks that you're not driving on the street. And that's where this went. Now, over those 2 years, I've slowly been collecting parts. So not only was this wanting to build a truck that I don't have, that's not a monster truck, it is a lifted up mudding truck. So I collected the parts. I ended up getting some parts that I didn't use, but I tried to use pieces and parts of everything I got, which we will cover again. Did some detailing, wanted to make sure no matter where this truck is, it looks like it's not driven on the road. It goes to a mud competition, wins or loses, comes home. So, let's just go with some of the parts. Scx10.2 Builder's Kit. J Concept, what were they called? The Vigilante wheels. Wrapped around those wheels are Proline Super Swamper 5.8 inch wheel or tires. Then we've got the STRC. It's actually made for the original SCX10, but it will work on an SCX10.2 lift kit. We've got a BPC front axle on steering on axle mount. We've got some extra links left over from the builder's kit to remove the panhard front end, make it a 4-link front end, and a hot racing servo mounts and a steering arm. We have an axial 1967 C10 body. Oh, and what a beautiful body. We've got a nice cheap Tactic radio system in it. And it's running on 3S with a hobby wing 1080 attached to a Holmes Hobbies brushed 16-turn crawler motor, which I will tell you what, it will lift the front tires. It came with a 13-tooth pinion. Now it has a 12-tooth. The temperatures on the motor, on the speed control, I've only been testing it inside. Unfortunately, it's cold again. So hopefully I can get it out and whip it around outside. But let's get in. Let's look at some of the detailing. I'll tell you guys how to do some of it. If you've never tried it before, it is easy. And here we go. So we want it to be dirty all the time. And these are not blacked out windows. You can see, well, my hand. But this is the spastic window tint. You can see through there, kind of, sort of. We've got dirt on it. Oh, it's got dirt on the window. Dirt on everything. Dirt on the wheels. Dirt underneath. Now, if you do these in nice light coats, you can see where I scratched off the sticker, so it kind of looks like somebody wiped off the stickers. Because he wants his representation and his, maybe they're sponsors. Maybe he's just bought some parts, like I sure have, Axial, J Concepts. Did the bumper and everything, the windshield. Now, if you guys ever want to do something like this, where you want to dirty up a truck, loosen the windshield wipers and see the way they swoop, and using a piece of paper, you can map out how it looks pretty quick and easy. Then you take this stencil, put down a couple pieces of tape, masking tape, on your bench, trace it out, and then put the masking tape on your window, and then do your spraying. And then when you're done, you can have some quick and easy, it's dirty. I had some old Spaz back in the day when they made stickers. Had some barbed wire stickers that you put up underneath. They're just window masks, or they're masks. And you can just paint them up. Try to make it look a little tougher with some barbed wire, because this guy is proud of his truck. And now we swing it around. You look up close. It's going to move anyways. It's dirty. And same concept with the stickers underneath. I put a bumper sticker on it and then scraped it off after it had dried for a little bit. Same thing underneath. We're looking muddy. Even when it's not. He just kind of sprayed it down. I had some issues with the servo, so the screw is nice and clean. Same concept on the other side. Little bit of an extra splooge up on the window. Wheels, underside, same things. Got the mud on it. No matter how, if it's just came out of the car wash, you wouldn't even be able to tell. Same thing. Rubberized undercoat. In the bed. Mud. Oh, look, there's mud on the back bumper too. Another sticker. I didn't bother cleaning that one off because it was pretty visible still. And the same thing underneath. Looks dirty. So now, let's go under the hood, so to speak, to some of the free things I did. So because this is a mud truck, and I'm sure you guys will tell me there's 100 manufacturers somewhere that make fender liners for the Scx10.2, I couldn't find them. So I whipped up some. Made them nice and tall so you can't see through the truck, but they're tall enough that when the body sits low enough on here, it should keep the mud outside. So I can protect side body, Got some flare, just some little cheap plastic I had. I cut them out, made some liners. Everybody's tucked in inside. I didn't want, this isn't a crawler, it's a mud truck. So I didn't want to use the front battery tray, but meanwhile, I didn't want to take it out because it's got structural supports. So I just whipped me up a battery box. Once again, went to the axial box. Just took me some plastic, some of the axial links, or the battery hold downs, and just took me some more thin plastic. It's a little thicker than this. I keep a couple of, I think I have 4 thicknesses of plastic. Used some aluminum stock, made some sides for it, and boom, fits that 3S lipo in there perfectly. The weight's in the back, so when I hit a mud puddle, hopefully it'll pop the nose up, keep it out of trouble. The Crawlmaster Holmes Hobby motor, the Hobby Wing, ESC, trying to keep everyone as protected as I can. But there you go. Everything that I did in here was free. I had all the stuff. No problem whipping them up. With the body off, it looks kind of ugly with those inner protectors in there. But I wanted something to keep the mud from just soaking everything in the center. You know, we'll see. It's tough that I can't test and tune just yet, but this project was one pain after the other. First being, if you get this lift kit, it is not made for the Scx10.2. But if you have a box of parts that have parts in it from an OG Scx10, you will have no problem. If you've got plenty of extra nuts and bolts sitting around, you should not have a problem. So, first it was tiddling away with that body, or that lift kit, trying to get it to fit right, get everything right. I ended up removing the Scx10 body mounts, shock mounts, and using SCX original ones, just so everything would fit right. Next was, once I got everything together, I thought I had a bad Hobby Wing 1080, and I was going to have to send it back. It was glitching. The steering servo was acting up. Come to find out, it wasn't the speed control. It was the damn servo, which has been sitting in this builder's kit since I built the truck. So sometimes it's nice to have a lot of extra stuff sitting on the shelf, but then it's bad when you don't remember where you bought the part that obviously I got a bad servo. So this truck, to top it all off, now it has Traxxas stuff in it. It's another one of my Traxial combinations. I've got some Traxxas electronics in it. It almost had a Traxxas radio, but once I figured out that the servo was getting smoking hot, even running at 6 volts, it was just a bad servo. And now I'm just sucking it up because I don't remember if I got it from my local guy or did I order it from Maine. So, oh well. I just cannot wait to get this truck out. So, basically with the builder's kit, I would estimate the $199, I probably have 350 bucks into this, and that's not bad. It might be $400. We could go, well, no, it's probably in between $350 and $400. All said and done with cheap electronics, the J Concepts wheels. I ended up having to buy another set. But still, with two sets of wheels or two sets of rims, that's $40. That was it with those. They were $20 for 4 rims. But they had different offsets, but the offsets, they only gave you 2 of each offsets. So I had to buy an extra set. But other than that, now I've got another set of 2.2s. And what did I? No, I didn't use them on anything yet. So, hey, down the road, I want to swap out some wheels. It never hurts to have extra wheels. So there you go. A little long-winded, but I'm so pleased with doing things slow and easy and as cheap as I could. This thing looks like it's going to be a contender out in the mud, and I cannot wait. So thanks, everybody. Let me know if you guys have a mud truck. Throw it out in the comments. I'd like to know what you guys do. I'd never really made a mud truck before. And now I can't wait to get this one in the mud. So thanks, everybody. Make sure you comment, like, and subscribe if you didn't. If you did like it, give me the thumbs up. If you didn't like it, let me know why you didn't like it. And once again, it's Jerry, Old Guy Review.